This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
A heartbreaking story is unfolding tonight in Festus, where investigators say a mother confessed to police that she killed her children. In the last couple of hours, we learned the victims were a 9-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy. Thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Mike Bush is off tonight. Police say the girl was found shot in a car outside the Festus Police Department. The toddler was found drowned at the Timber Creek Resort that's in DeSoto. Megan Kernan has been following the story all day and joins us live from Festus Police Department, where the investigation stands right now.
Well, Kelly and Ann, the one thing that police have mentioned over and over all day today is how much of a tragedy this is. Investigators say the 36-year-old woman from the Festus community confessed to killing her 9-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son. Officials are not releasing any names until their family has been notified. Shortly after 10:30 this morning, police say the woman showed up to the parking lot of the Festus Police Department with soaking wet clothes on when confessing to killing both of her children. When officers responded to the car, they found the 9-year-old girl had been shot and killed. Jefferson County Sheriff Dave Marshak says the child was shot on Highway E in Bonne Terre on private property. He could not confirm if the shooting happened inside or outside. Marshak says they believe the woman shot the 9-year-old before drowning the 2-year-old boy in a fountain in front of Timber Creek Resort in DeSoto. When officers arrived to the resort, they attempted life-saving measures, but the child was pronounced deceased. Marshak could not confirm if the woman was staying at the resort or not. The woman was arrested and is being held at the Jefferson County Jail. Marshak asked for prayers for the family, the victims, and the community.
Well, look, I'll tell you, I know it's impacting this community. I walked into business earlier and everybody was talking about it. It says, it's disruptive and it's unsettling for our community and such a tragedy.
It's really such a tragedy. Police have not released a motive at this time. We asked investigators if there was any history of abuse there with the mother and these 2 children. However, they could not answer that, but they did say that both of the children were well and accounted for last night and early this morning. Live in Festus, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
As cleanup continues after another line of strong storms hit areas of South St. Louis County and the Metro East, many people are asking what steps you should take before filing a claim. 5 on your side's Holden Kurwicki spoke with experts with the Better Business Bureau and the Missouri Department of Insurance today, and he's live in Melville. Holden.
Well, and if you're like these people and had a big tree fall down, maybe on your house, had a little hail damage, I think human nature is to want to get that fixed as quickly as possible. However, according to the experts that I spoke with, that may actually end up costing you just a little more money in the long run. Now, if your home was damaged by the recent storms, experts say the first thing you should do is take pictures of the damage and then call a contractor to get an estimate on how much damage was done to your house and consider if it's actually cheaper to try and pay to fix it out of pocket. If that amount is more than your insurance deductible, that's when you should file a claim and then get at least 3 bids in writing before comparing them and deciding which contractor to go with. However, before you file a claim, you need to keep in mind that your insurance will more than likely go up and your insurance company can cancel your policy after repeated incidents.
Claims is one of the large factors that an insurance company can utilize when determining your insurability. And so if you do have frequent claim history or large claim history, insurance companies can take that into account.
According to Sarah Wetzel with the Better Business Bureau, one big red flag to look out for is if contractors ask for large sums of money up front before doing any work. And something to keep in mind is, depending on your policy, you have somewhere between 6 months and 2 years to report any storm damage to your insurance. So you do have a little bit of time. Reporting live in South County, Holden Kurwicki, 5 on your side.
The city of St. Louis lost a major court battle today that could blow a big hole in the city budget. An appeals court ruled remote workers who live outside city limits are entitled to a refund for paying a 1% earnings tax. Our political editor Mark Maxwell is live in St. Louis with more on how you can claim that refund.
Yeah, Kelly, that's the big question facing city tax collector Greg Daly. Will his office update the forms so that people can claim those refunds? And if so, how far back can people go to claim them?
Inside this office, you'll find a number of these tax forms.
If you don't ask for a refund, you're not going to get it.
Before the pandemic,
People have been teleworking for years.
some people who traveled or dialed in for work would claim a refund on the earnings tax because their work was not performed or rendered in the city.
It adds up. It's 1% out of every paycheck.
We met Rachel outside the city tax office and asked her what that extra money might mean to her family.
That might let you save for a house. That might help put kids through college. It would help a lot because you can save it instead of spending it.
But something changed at City Hall during the pandemic.
It was really a money grab.
When thousands more people started working from home, suddenly the forms changed.
During COVID, they changed the forms and explicitly told people you cannot get refunds for teleworking days. And so we're hoping in light of this decision, the collector changes those forms so that people can pursue their lawful refunds.
One corporate banker who had claimed that refund for years was suddenly denied. He sued. He and 5 other remote workers won in appeals court Tuesday morning. Their attorneys Beavis Schock and Mark Milton celebrated their win in a Clayton press conference.
The collector of revenue is not a policymaker. The IRS, the head of the IRS doesn't go out and say, hey, we're going to start doing X, Y, and Z because this nation needs more money. His function is to collect the taxes that are legally owed.
According to our news partners at the St. Louis Business Journal, the city has already spent more than $200,000 just on outside lawyers alone to try and win this case. Now they've lost, and the city could be on the hook for millions more. Live downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
Tonight, for the first time, we take a tour of the largest building donation in Urban League history. Centene gifting the multi-million-dollar space in Ferguson.
Our Christina Coronel spent some time inside the building today, and she just got back a few hours ago, is here to tell us all about it.
We took a tour of that massive space, a space that was created several years after Michael Brown's death. Now, Centene's goal was to create jobs and transform the area, and now the Urban League aims to do the same thing.
This is a perfect location for an Urban League North County hub because it's right here at 270 Pershall and New Halls Ferry, right in the heart of North County.
And you can't miss their newest home in Ferguson. This is now the Urban League Centene Connected Community Center.
This building cost about $25 to $30 million with 60,000 square feet on 8.5 acres. And so what we're looking at is
Urban League's president and CEO, Michael McMillan, took us on a tour of the donated space.
This conference center is going to be a training space and a space for us to do Save Our Sons, Save Our Sisters, housing, financial empowerment workshops, and so many other things, including our Head Start training facility.
The main building has 3 floors. Each floor can have 125 employees. The second floor will be for their partners, and the third floor is dedicated to its programs.
You also have the ability for our housing department to help people from being renters to then becoming homeowners, and then to be able to utilize this space for all of our other programs, including a new job training program that we're looking at in the hospitality industry.
Bigger capacity also expands capabilities.
Our other location that we have on Jennings Station Road is one that we were literally bursting at the seams.
The intention for this building was to re-energize.
This building is only built as a result of the crisis that happened in Ferguson.
And the Urban League aims to keep the momentum going, to stay visible in the heart of North St. Louis County.
When you look at the 10-year anniversary of everything that took place in Ferguson, the eyes of the nation, and in some cases the world, will look upon St. Louis, Ferguson, and the entire, quite frankly, region and say, what did you do? This repurpose is one that will be something that I think we'll all be proud of.
Ferguson is already home to 3 other Urban League locations. This 4th space will have its grand opening at the end of July.
Coming up, fixing one of the St. Louis's most dangerous intersections, when we could see safety improvements outside of Crown Candy.
Plus, burning books aren't stopping one little library in South City. Wait until you see what rose from the ashes.
And we do have a few scattered thunderstorms off to the northeast of St. Louis, still missing most of the metro area, and we're not tracking more rain until we get to the weekends in a few minutes.